In this video, I'm going to show you how you can use Cifico software to animate any kind of annuity for your clients and prospects. Let's go right to the animation screen. How did I get here? I keyed in some basic data on my clients, I pressed play, and here I'm at the animation screen. We're just using the nest egg, so no life insurance policies today. And I'm going to zoom out here. This is a player bar. Starts at age 50, that's the client's age, goes out to 100. We could go out to 200 if we wanted to, but I kind of clip things off at 100. And this might be their only asset or one of their assets. Could be a 401k, it could be a cash account, doesn't matter. I kept this series of animations very general. Rest assured you can fill in all the details to match the specifics for the annuity that you're trying to show to your clients and prospects. So this is going to get some growth over time. I'm going to press play on this. So this $1 million nest egg is going to grow by 4%. Now they're age 51, growing by 3%. So you can put any growth schedule that you want in it. I'm not going to play this long format. You play the speed of these animations however you wish. It depends on your client. Here they're getting 10%. I'm going to skip a few years. So age 56, 10% again. Really getting some good rates of return. Reached a pinnacle of $1.7 million. And now they're getting hit by the market. Again, this is sort of dramatized, but again, you can put any kind of growth schedule you want. And now we're going to go all the way out here to age 65. I'm going to pause this just for a moment. So at age 65, if we look back, they probably wish that they had kept this, if they could, highest amount that it was worth back when they were in their late 50s. So it's a little bit of a wink at the people who deal with income riders on their annuities. Anyhow, I'm going to press play. Now we're in the distribution phase. And I would call this green circle the asset above the timeline, essentially an unscheduled asset. That might mean something else in technical jargon and finance, but for this video's purpose, it just means when it comes to the wealth distribution phase where you're taking money from it, it's up to you. You could spend all the money at once, or you could parse it out over the next 30 years, or you could spend $10,000 every other Tuesday. There's no structure to it. It's unstructured. So this is just playing out, and I'm going to just kind of time lapse this a little bit here. We're at age 75, 77, and we could have added taxes to these distributions here. Again, you can add all the details you want, but here we are around age 84, and this will be the last 2 years. So they're going to run out of money, and we'll kind of zoom out here and give a little bit more perspective, but you can see that they ran out of money during the course of retirement. So let's pause this for a moment. Let's reset it. And I'm going to keep this faraway view for a reason. You'll see why in a moment. So let's get to the next portion. Instead of having $1 million in unscheduled distribution assets, what if we lower that to 500,000? And right away, we have some scheduled income in the future. So that missing 500,000 isn't missing. It was rolled over or transferred into an annuity. And again, you can think of all the kinds of annuities that you're able to advise and sell, and you could represent them here. So I'm going to play this in stop motion out very, very quickly. So it went from $1 million to 500,000, the same growth module. And now we get here and we have some potentially guaranteed income, depending on the kind of annuity, of $45,000. And they probably wouldn't spend the money like this from the green nest egg, but I kept things the same. They could kind of disperse that a little bit more over time, lesser amounts, because they have some already scheduled income. This is the purple is the annuities structured payout. And here, over here, you can see it goes up a little bit in the future. I'm hinting at maybe those benchmarks that you reach, or those lock-ins that you might get if the market does well, if you have that kind of annuity. And of course, if you want to sort of geek out on stats, you can always bring this up from any animation, and you could show the stats on the nest egg and the income that's being provided by the annuity. But I'm going to put that away, and I think you get the point. The idea is that they've traded some of their assets hanging over the timeline for known and guaranteed income till age 100 or beyond, right? Most annuities will go until you are no longer living. So let's reset this and keep this panned out view here. And now let's say instead of going from $1 million to 500,000, we decide to completely get rid of the money that's hanging over the timeline, the unscheduled money, and go for all scheduled money. So I'm going to zip right out, hitting +5 a few times. So now we're here, and we have an even higher amount because we rolled over the full $1 million green nest egg for guaranteed income, and maybe it has step-ups depending on the kind of annuity that you're advising your clients to take on. And again, we'll take the long view of this, and we could see that we've created a pension, or maybe this added on to an existing income or pension they have in the future. But if they didn't have one, this is a good rhythm to get your clients into to really diversify their assets And here's the reason why I zoomed out. We'll close with this. We have $1 million in assets hanging over the timeline. We can trade that in every once in a while when they get enough money to transfer into annuity in order to have some structured payments out here. And then we can, of course, do that again and keep building up this annuity payout bit by bit over time. So if you have any questions about this, you can always reach out to me. You'll notice that I've done this entire video in one take. It's not because I'm some articulate speaker or even a great speaker. It's just the animations lend themselves very easily to storytelling. Maybe this can help you in your practice or the advisors that you oversee. Like I said, if you have questions, reach out. Until then, good luck at your next meeting.